Welcome to the Secondary Grading Guidelines presentation. Grading is the process by which a teacher assesses student learning and his or her progress towards mastery of the course objectives. Grading is a part of the teaching and learning process that includes establishing clear learning goals and sets standards for the evaluation process. Grading helps guide students' learning so changes in instructions are based on assessment data. Grading process should provide clear and consistent feedback to students, which motivates them to focus on and ultimately take responsibility for their own learning. Grading is an important process to learning. Teachers are required to construct assignments and tests that will both teach and assess students' learning. Teachers must establish fair, clear standards and criteria and apply those criteria consistently to student work. Teachers should use previously disclosed rubrics when assessing student skills. Teachers must offer feedback to their students in the form of comments and grades. Teachers should provide meaningful opportunities within the classroom setting for their students to assess their own work. And teachers should apply what they learn from the grading process to improve their teaching. In accordance with the Texas Education Code, Chapters 28.0216, each classroom teacher is required to assign a grade that reflects the student's mastery of the assignment. The Northeast Independent School District does not require a classroom teacher to assign a minimum grade for an assignment without regard to the student's quality of work, and the Northeast Independent School District grading policy has provisions to allow a student a reasonable opportunity to make up or redo a class assignment or examination for which the student received a failing. Grades will be sufficient in number and category to reflect an accurate measure of students' progress and achievement. It is the responsibility of each department to set the categories and the minimum number of grades per category to be recorded in a grading period. Standards may vary from course to course or level to level within a department. No single grade will count more than 20% of a 9 weeks average or a semester average. Teachers are allowed to use campus-approved grading options such as canceling the lowest grade in category before averaging, allowing students the opportunity to do additional work within a category or grading period, giving bonus points for completing additional work or optional assignments or projects, providing special opportunities for a student to respond orally, and including a participation grade when appropriate to the learning objectives. The responsibility of grading belongs with the teacher. While peer review, such as peer editing and peer marking, can be a valuable learning activity, students will not grade tests, quizzes, or other major assignments. A student's academic grades will not be affected by non-academic behavior or adherence to procedural rules. For example, using proper heading on a paper, or using a certain color of ink, or bringing certain supplies to class, or even being tardy. Behavior and adherence to classroom rules should be evaluated under the citizenship on the report card of each subject. If a student transfers during a 9-week grading period, the grade average for each transfer course will be counted in proportion to the number of weeks in the grading period that the grade covers. GradeSpeed has tools available to assist teachers with the transferring of grades should the need arise. The district's goal is for every student to master all of the TEKS. If a student does not demonstrate mastery of the concepts and skills as specified in the TEKS, then reteaching and retesting should be provided. Reteaching and retesting are considered forms of course or credit protection. If 50% or more of students in a class fail to demonstrate mastery of the TEKS on a summative assessment, the teacher will provide an opportunity for reteaching and retesting during class time. All students in the class will be given the opportunity for reteach and retest, and the higher of the two grades will be recorded in the grade book. If fewer than 50% of the students in a class fail to demonstrate mastery of the TEKS on a summative assessment, the teachers will provide reteaching and retesting opportunities during or outside of class time. The grade on the assessment will be recorded as no higher than 70% if mastery is demonstrated. If mastery is not demonstrated, the higher grade will be recorded. Reteaching should employ instructional strategies different from the original instruction. Retesting or reassessment may include, but is not limited to, oral examination, additional practice activities, an essay or a paper, a report or a presentation, test corrections, revision of a paper or a project, or a formal test. Reteaching, retesting provisions do not apply to semester exams. Homework includes, but is not limited to, written work, reading, studying, preparing for class and/or other assessments, and other activities related to classroom work. Homework assignments should be designed to help students master the content and to extend the student learning. Homework will count no more than 20% of the grade for any grading period determined by campus guidelines. The NEISD Board Policy EIA Local states that when a student demonstrates mastery of the TEKS on major assessments, homework alone cannot be the cause of the failing grade. In addition, homework cannot be assigned as a punishment. According to board policy, students are required to make up assignments, homework, projects, quizzes, tests that are missed due to absences. The district distinguishes absences as excused and unexcused. Make-up work for excused absences will be eligible for full credit. Students shall receive a 20% deduction from the total grade earned for any assignment or assessment not made up within the allotted time. A truant absence is considered an unexcused absence with disciplinary consequences. Make-up work for unexcused absences will be penalized equal to that of the late work policy. A 20% deduction from the total grade will be taken on make-up work for unexcused absences. Students will be allowed a reasonable amount of time to make up assignments, homework, projects, quizzes, and tests due to absences. Reasonable time is defined as 1 class day per class missed. For extended absences, however, make-up assignments shall be made available to the students after 2 consecutive class days of absences. Teachers will provide the assignments to the students and inform the students of the time allotted for completing the make-up work. Students will not be required to take a quiz or a test on the day they return to class. Make-up work and tests for all absences should be of the same rigor, but not necessarily the same format as the original assignment or assessment. Absences due to suspensions shall not be counted against the minimum attendance policy as prescribed by law. If a student is suspended, the student will be allowed to make up the work when he or she returns to school. Late work is defined as any assignment that is not submitted on the due date. A 20% deduction from the total grade earned will be taken for late assignments. Late assignments will be accepted until the material has been assessed summatively or within a 3-week grading period. Extenuating circumstances may occur to prevent the completion or submission of assignments on the due date. It is the responsibility of the parent or guardian and/or the student to inform the teacher of any such circumstances. Grades on semester common assessments or semester exams will count no more than 20% of the semester grade as determined by the department and approved by the campus principal. Common assessments such as benchmarks may be used in the calculation of student grades. Feedback from common assessments or semester exams should be shared with the students and their parents or guardians. Semester exams cannot be removed from the campus or released to students, parents, or guardians. The electronic gradebook is the legal repository and an accurate record of each student's work and achievement. It is electronically archived at the district level. In order to maintain current information for parents or guardians, teachers are directed to grade and to post assignment grades within 7 calendar days of the due date. Course and credit protection and course and credit recovery are the more popular interventions at the secondary level. The word course refers to the courses available to middle school students that do not offer any high school credit. Credit refers to the completed work whereby the students earn a high school semester credit. Let us take a closer look at credit protection and credit recovery options. Course and credit protection are types of interventions that supports the students prior to failing at semester. For example, at the 3-week, 6-week, and 9-week grading cycles. Teachers may work during or outside of class with students who have failed or are in jeopardy of failing a grade. The maximum grade allowed for an assignment, test, quiz, or project under course or credit protection is 70. Students who do not meet the requirements of course or credit protection shall receive the original failed grade. Course and credit recovery are types of interventions that occur at the end of each semester. These programs are designed to allow students to gain a maximum grade of 70 for the semester grade. Course and credit recovery are available to students who have failed a core course with a semester average of 60 to 69. Students who have failed with a grade of 59 or below may attend course or credit recovery only with the approval of the classroom teacher of the course failed. For course and credit recovery, teachers will work outside of the class time with students to master the content at a minimum of 80% in order for students to earn a passing course or semester grade. The original failed grade will remain in the student's grade history file. Upon successful completion of course or credit recovery, the grade of 70 will be added to the student's grade file as a 9th hour course. For high school students, the original failed grade will be used in the calculation of class rank. Pre-AP and AP courses may be recovered, but those courses are recovered at the regular level and not at a multiplied rate. Parent and teacher conference is a valuable source of information for both the parent or guardian and the teacher. When a student's behavior is unsatisfactory or the student is in jeopardy of failing, the teacher will communicate directly with the parents or guardians. EIA secondary grading guidelines and reporting can be found at the Curriculum Compliance website, shown on the previous slide. Thank you for your attention and have a great year.